Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Beyond the Desk by Genty. For this episode, guys, I wanted actually to talk about more about what are my travel plans for 2025. So for starter, for the first half, almost half, it's already May and I haven't traveled, to be honest. For the first half of 2025, I haven't traveled yet. Yeah, I haven't traveled. I didn't realize that I haven't traveled yet. It's real. Ngayon ko lang na-realize while talking na hindi pa pala ako nakapag-travel from January going to May in 2025. It's not me. Like, well, so much for that. I wanted to share what are my travel plans for 2025. And yes, I am saying yes to travel adventure, this year from the neon streets of, Tokyo, Japan. I also wanted to visit other places that I have never been to, like probably Oceania. Next. I wanted to go to Australia, but let's dig deep and let's isa-isahin natin yung travel plans or my travel goals for 2025. Let's go. First on my list is going to be Osaka, Japan. Osaka. Ano ba dito? Yan. I want to go back to Osaka, Japan, not because I wanted to go to the 2025 Expo in Osaka, or Kansai Expo, some sort of, but that's not my big priority. Why I wanted to go to Japan again, but basically the main reason is I really do think that there's more to visit or to see in Osaka other than Dotonbori or Shinsaibashi or the market. I forgot the market around Osaka or within Osaka Castle. I forgot what it's called, but I've been there. I wanted actually to have a different travel this time. I wanted to see what's around Osaka. Specifically, I wanted to see Kobe. I've never been there. I wanted to see Himeji. I also wanted to go to Naruto theme park in Awaji Island, and as well as in Tokushima and in Wakayama. I did my itinerary already about my daily activities going to Osaka this time. So I already have planned my travels, but main focus is really outside Osaka, like Kobe, Himeji, Awaji Island, Tokushima, Wakayama, and then I wanted also to go back to Kyoto because I have never experienced the Sagano romantic train ride. So I'm going back to Osaka, I'm going back to Kyoto because I wanted to see that Sagano romantic train ride. I've seen a lot of videos from other content creators about that train ride, and it's really, really interesting. So first on my list, it's going to be Osaka, Japan. Next, number 2 is going to be Sydney, Australia. I've never been to Sydney or in Australia or in New Zealand or the land down under. They call it that. But I wanted to go to Sydney. It's because I think it's interesting for someone like me, like a Filipino, where you can actually visit like somehow a very Western type of country or place, but not very far from where I am. So Sydney's like 9-8 hours by plane going there. So it's malayo pero manageable naman, and at the same time the culture of Australian people, it's very interesting for me to explore, and I wanted also to have a first-hand experience of what it's like being in Sydney. in a first world country like Sydney, Australia. I wanted to see like the opera house. I wanted to have that boat ride within opera house, you know, and also see the famous harbor bridge. I also wanted to, well, basically I work as a digital nomad, as a digital nomad or as a digital marketer, and I do paid ads. And I had a client in the past who's doing paint and sip. So I've never experienced paint and sip, or drinking while painting. And I saw some studios in Sydney where you can do that, and that's gonna be part of my bucket list. I know that there's already, like, I think in Poblacion or somewhere in Makati, well, somewhere in Manila, meron ng paint and sip, but I really don't drink personally. So I don't know. Just for the experience, when I go to Sydney, I wanted to try paint and sip as well. I also love going to museums of different countries. I think going to museums or historical places from that country where you want to go, it's one way of learning more about their heritage, their culture, their past or their history. So, and I think personally, it's interesting for me to learn more about their culture. That's one of the reasons why I am actually traveling and visiting different places, to immerse myself firsthand, have a firsthand experience, of their culture and whatever. So I'll be heavy on museums when I go to Sydney, Australia, but at the same time, I'll have a little party, but not going to drink. If I can avoid drinking, I will. But if not, I'll have a little, but not too much. So that's gonna be my second. The third one is going to be Japan again. I love Japan. It's now obvious if you know me on my social media platform or in my Facebook account. You guys know that I love Japan, and I will visit Nagoya this time in 2025. Why Nagoya? Well, I've never been to Nagoya, and based on my research, Nagoya, Japan is like laid back version of, Japan, but a very big city as well. So if you want to like walk around and not being around too many people, like, in Tokyo specifically, in, like, say for example in Shibuya or in Shinjuku, where there's really a lot of people all at once at the same time, you can try Nagoya. I heard, based on my research, Nagoya, Japan, it's not very touristy place. Well, it's still a touristy, place, but it's not like, the people or the crowd is not like the same as, in Tokyo or in Osaka. It's kind of like, less tourist people, but definitely you can experience Japan culture. And I also wanted to see and eat a lot of sushi in Nagoya. I heard there's a lot of good sushi places in Nagoya. So I want to go there during fall, and I've never experienced fall in Japan. So that's gonna be interesting for me. I heard from people, well, a lot of people, they love Sakura season, but they also love the fall season. Fall is like, when the leaves changes, like it's like golden, the color is golden or gold, within the surroundings. So it's like interesting. So I'll go to Nagoya this fall in 2025. Next on my list is going to be Japan. Still, walang katapos ang Japan. Yes, because I love celebrating my birthday in Japan. So on my fifth list, well, fifth, yeah. Well, on my fifth list, is it fifth? No, fourth. On my fourth list is actually going to be Tokyo, Japan. I wanted to go to Tokyo. I want to go back to Tokyo because Tokyo is where I feel like I belong. And I'll be celebrating my birthday again in Japan this December. So I'll be going to different places in Japan. My entry point is going to be Tokyo. That's gonna be the fourth place I want to visit this 2025. The fifth is actually going to be Fukuoka in Japan. I've never been to Fukuoka. And then I am also going to go to Sapporo, Japan. So that's gonna be the sixth. So interconnected, the three places, it's because I will do one entry in Tokyo and then I will also exit in Tokyo, but I will book my flight all at the same time, going to Tokyo, to Fukuoka, to Sapporo, and then going back to Tokyo. It's because Japan Airlines and All Nippon Airways, if you book your flight with them, if you're, say for example, if you're booking your international flight from Japan Airlines or All Nippon Airways, and then if you will include your domestic flights going to, say for example, in Fukuoka, going to Sapporo, then going back to Tokyo, your domestic flight will be for free. And I've tested that. And that's really true as of this moment. Today is May the 8th, and that's still the case. It's still free, to book domestic flights within Japan as long as you book your international flight going to Japan, and if you are included in those countries who are eligible to receive that free domestic flights from Japan. And Philippines is included, so why not take advantage, diba? So my entry is going to be Tokyo. I'll be spending a couple of days in Tokyo and then I'll be going to Sapporo. I've been to Sapporo in 2023 as well. I love there. And it's snow season in December in Sapporo. So I love snow, I love cold weather. I enjoyed going to Otaru as well. I'm going back to Otaru not because of Kita Kita by Empoy and Alessandra De Rossi, but they hype that place and it's really nice, to be honest. Otaru Canal is very nice. But one of the reasons why I want to go back to Sapporo is there is a chocolate factory. Is it a chocolate factory? No, it's not. But there's a store in Otaru na dun mo lang mabibili yung food na yon. Parang, I forgot what it is. Pero kasi dun mo lang siya mabibili. Pero yung store, it's available in some places other than Otaru. Parang meron yata sa Osaka, meron din sa Tokyo. Pero kasi yung store in Otaru, meron silang specific na pagkain na doon mo lang mabibili. And bumili ako doon ng konti lang kasi nga feeling ko skeptical ako kasi hindi ko pa naman natikman, pero ang sarap. And nakaalis na ako, so nung natikman ko, so konti lang binili ko, so I'm going back. And I wanna try that again, and then bring that food back home here in the Philippines so I can have some, and then I'm also going to Fukuoka. I've never been to Fukuoka. It's going to be my first time as well in December. So target thing to do in Fukuoka is really try the Ichiran ramen. The very first store of Ichiran, I think that's in Fukuoka. So, I like history, I like traveling with purpose. So, going to Fukuoka and trying Ichiran Ramen and where it started, it's going to be, it feels like for me, I'm immersing myself to not just eating because people hype Ichiran Ramen, but because, when you eat Ichiran Ramen from where they started, it's like immersing yourself into their ancestry and to their roots, where they started, their humble beginnings. You can get more understanding of their history To be honest. Yun naman yun. So, I wanna go to Fukuoka because of first the Ichiran ramen of where it started. Second is Fukuoka. From what I heard, it's also very laid back, same like in Nagoya. Like there are also other tourists, but there's not really like super daming tourists. But it's still a touristy place. Pero it's not overwhelming. Yun yung right term. So I wanna go to Fukuoka in December. And then, like I said, my entry point is Tokyo. My exit as well is going to be Tokyo. So I'm going back to Tokyo after traveling to Sapporo and Fukuoka. But I'm still contemplating if I am going to Osaka. Kasi nga free naman yung domestic flight, so why not? I'm still thinking about it, but it's not a huge priority. But I still wanted to go to Osaka kasi ang sarap mag-celebrate ng birthday sa Universal Studios, and I have done that in 2023. I enjoyed there. I cried actually while celebrating my birthday in Universal Studios. I was alone, but it didn't feel like you're alone because, you know, Universal Studios in Osaka, Japan, it's really nice. Ang saya doon sa loob. Kahit mahaba ang pila, kahit nakapagod maglakad, it's okay because it's like going back to your childhood. It's like healing your childhood na hindi mo naranasan na gano'n. Yung ganong experience. But I'm still contemplating about it. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to Tokyo, Sapporo, and then Fukuoka in Japan. So that's gonna be my 4th, 5th, and 6th. My last on the list, but definitely not the list, is going to be Melbourne. It's kind of like becoming a habit for me to celebrate New Year or holiday season outside the Philippines or outside my home. But this year or last year, it depends. December 31 and January 1st, I chose to celebrate New Year here sa bahay ko because it's going to be my first year sa condo ko. So, I moved in April, and I kind of feel like it's going to be very important and a momentous moment for myself to celebrate my first New Year here sa condo ko. So, I didn't plan out anything last year or in January 1st na umalis ng condo but to celebrate New Year here. I was alone when I celebrated New Year. That's really my purpose. It's because I wanted to immerse myself in my new environment, in my home. So, I did that. I'm happy. Even though I am just alone, but my sister tried to go here, pero sabi ko, no. para lang mas solemn, and I have the whole condo unit for myself, and that's what happened, and I love it. Basically, I just watch fireworks the 31st or January 1st, 12 midnight. So, just watch the fireworks in my balcony, and then natulog na ako afterwards. But this time around, I am planning to go to Melbourne for New Year, for if ever I'll get a visa. So I need to secure a visa first before I book any flights. Yeah, but I want to celebrate New Year in Melbourne. I heard that fireworks display in Melbourne and in Sydney, it's great. But if we are going to consider the cost, because it's holiday and it's a peak season in the hospitality industry, the cost is higher in Sydney, and yeah, that explains it. Not because I can't afford it, but I think celebrating New Year in Melbourne, and since I have never been to Melbourne, it's going to be interesting to experience fireworks display or watch fireworks display in Melbourne. Over in Sydney, although it's very beautiful to experience New Year's Eve in Harbour Bridge, or in Opera House. But I don't know if I'll go there because I don't have a visa yet. But that's gonna be my plan. That's gonna be the the seventh place where I wanted to go, specifically in Melbourne for New Year. I chose Melbourne. It's going to be summer in Australia during December, but based on my research and from the people I know from Melbourne, yes, sometimes it's hot, but it's not as hot, here in the Philippines when it's summer. It's still cold there. Not very hot, but sometimes it rains, sometimes it's very sunny, so somehow like it's very unpredictable. But main reason I want to go there really is New Year's Eve. I want to go there for New Year's Eve. So that's about it, and that's gonna be the places where I want to go this year. Kung meron man akong mapupuntahan pa, apart from the 7 cities or 2 countries where I want to go this 2025, I'd be grateful to the Lord, of course, every time, if He let me, go to other places aside from, Japan and Australia. So, I'd be grateful. Why not, diba? I will take that. And yun lang, guys. So, I made my travel plans and my itineraries kahit wala pang visa. But I'm holding on and having like a positive mind that I'll get a visa so I can visit those places. Yun lang. Bye, guys!